Good afternoon, Carmel. I'm Ted Paya.
And I'm Will Christie with your CHTV afternoon announcements. Today we will be talking about Indiana flooding, March movies, and the North Pole temperature rising.
The Academy Awards, March Madness, and Carmel sectionals. But first, let's roll the intro.
In local news, Carmel's Board of Zoning Appeals voted 3-2 late Monday night to approve a proposal to build a mosque in an area of Carmel that is predominantly residential. A roar of clapping followed the announcement of the vote, more than 5 hours after the meeting started. An unprecedented crowd turned out for an opportunity to address the board, with 88 speaking in favor of the mosque and 88 opposing it. The Al-Salam Foundation asked for permission to build a mosque on 141st Street and Shelbourne Road. City staff recommended approval, saying the plans meet zoning requirements and houses of worship are considered compatible with neighborhoods.
Well, there's been some crazy nice weather lately, but the North Pole has also been higher than usual. It reached over freezing in the North Pole for 61 hours this week. That broke the record nearly 4 times, being 16 hours in 2011. The average this time of year is negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit and negative 30 degrees Celsius. While occasionally temperature spikes aren't uncommon in the Arctic, scientists are concerned that the rising frequency and persistence of these extreme warming events is a strong indication the climate is changing. And these temperatures would have been extremely unlikely a century ago. The sea ice is also thinning and melting too, leaving it more vulnerable. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much of an impact on the environment surrounding it and everything will ease its way back down. Now over to Savion with your news update.
Hello Carmel, I'm Savion Bias with today's top stories. This Tuesday, the insurance giant Geico announced their plans to expand their corporate office in Carmel, doubling the size of the facility and adding several new services, including positions in information technology and claim services. This endeavor is estimated to cost the company roughly around $16 million. Luckily for Geico, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation has offered up to $60 million in tax credits and $500,000 in training grants for the new workforce. Geico already employs over 1,200 workers and hopes to add around 1,500 jobs with the office's expansion by 2020. Indiana's Governor Eric Holcomb said in a statement, "We're full steam ahead as we take Indiana to the next level, and we're thrilled to witness Geico's continued success in Indiana." In other Indiana news, the turmoil continues as floods persist to sweep through several counties in both North and South Indiana. Governor Eric Holcomb issued a disaster emergency for the affected areas, around 22 counties in total. Hundreds of videos online can be found showcasing drone footage of the destruction caused by these floods, many of these videos featuring the damage around the Ohio River area. The Ohio River area itself has reached a new record high in over 21 years with the recent flooding, and although damage is still high, state officials have stated that flooding is not severe as it has been in these past years. Starting this week, the weather has begun to recede and the water levels have continued to decrease to their normal degree. Let's hope the hundreds of affected Hoosiers can rebuild their lives after these harsh times. That's all from news. Back to you, Will.
March is here, and you all know what that means. The NCAA tournament starts on March 13th, and this has been a pretty wild basketball season. More #1 seeds have lost this year than in any other year in college basketball history. And most of the teams that started in the top 25 are now not even in the conversation for the tourney. My personal pick for the tournament is Villanova, but my sleeper is Michigan. They have a really well-rounded team and have some very impressive wins. This season is really setting the stage for a great tourney, and I, for one, cannot wait to watch the madness begin. Now over to Sean at the sports desk.
Hi Carmel, I'm Sean Shepard with your CHTV Sports Update. In the NCAA, March Madness is just around the corner, which means conference tournaments. In the Big Ten Conference, Purdue enters the tournament back on the right track as they have won 3 straight games after losing 3 straight. Purdue is 26-5 and are ranked 8th in the nation. Purdue could have a rematch in late January's game in Bloomington, where Purdue beat a competitive Indiana team, as they play the winner of our tribal Hoosiers and Rutgers. That game will be on March 2nd. The Big Ten games are being played at Madison Square Garden in New York. In high school basketball, sectionals is underway as Carmel is playing at Noblesville. The Hounds beat Westfield 33-24 Tuesday night. CHTV's Garrett Drake and Brett David interviewed Karsten Winland on joining the team in the middle of the season. Let's have a look.
I'm Karsten Winland. I'm a junior and I play basketball. Life at Carmel compared to Pendleton, it's kind of been overwhelming with how many kids are here, and it's definitely been a change, but it's been really good. It's been really fun, so that's what I like about it. My favorite part of this season is really just playing basketball. You know, I love to play basketball and being in the best conference in the state, and you know, we have a chance to win the MIC next week against Warren, so that would be really fun. My dad has the biggest influence on me in basketball. You know, he's been a coach his whole life, and I've been down in the gyms, running around, shooting half-court shots at his practices. You know, he's been the best role model for me. My role for this team, you know, I come off the bench and try to give a lot of energy, and I try to make shots and play a lot of defense. And when I was at Pendleton, you know, it was different because I started and played 30 to 32 minutes a game and was our leading scorer, leading assist. So it's been really good here, you know, taking a lot of pressure off of me. I would like to see our team in the state championship. I think we have a good shot. We have a lot of good players, and for myself, I would just like to contribute to the team, bring a lot of energy, and hopefully get some college interest. I definitely think we'll be even better or as the same successful as we are this year, just because we got a lot of key players coming back, and Andrew Owens and John Michael and Luke Eddy, so there's a lot of experience there, so it'll be a really fun season next year, but this year's been really good. You know, college is really a big goal for me. You know, I love basketball, I love playing it, and my whole life it's just always been about watching basketball, and you know, being at a college level would be really fun. The other things I like about Carmel is it's definitely a lot more freedom here. You know, you got 5,000 kids, so it's hard to like really know every single one of the kids. Like at Pendleton, there was like 12,000 kids or 1,200 kids, and you know, everybody knew each other. So you know, a lot more freedom, and I see my dad a lot, so it's been really good.
The Hounds look to beat the Hamilton Southeastern Royals on Friday night on the way to a 4th straight sectional championship. That's all I have at the sports desk. Now back to Ted at the news desk.
It has just rolled over from February to March, and there are a lot of good movies coming out. I'll be talking about my top 2 choices. We just had Black Panther come out, which was a huge hit, but I think we have a lot of good options coming out in March too. First one of the 2 coming out would be A Wrinkle in Time. This movie is based on a girl that her dad has just disappeared, and she teams up with her friends and family to try to find them by traveling in multiple dimensions. The director of this movie is Ava DuVernay, and she signed many great actors of the likes of Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Mindy Kaling, Storm Reed, and many more. The movie is coming out March 9th, so make sure you try to see this. The second one is the one I'm most excited towards. This one is Ready Player One. The story is based off of a futuristic America that has fallen into shambles. Now everyone is focused on a virtual world, but the creator has just passed away and left a hidden prize of over $500 billion in control of his game. There is a race to find the prize through 3 stages. This is based off the book written by Ernest Cline and with Steven Spielberg directing the film. The want-to-see rating on Rotten Tomatoes is 98%, and I am definitely in that group too. I'm reading this book right now, and it has a great storyline, and I just hope it'll transfer to the screen as good as I was in the book. Now over to Vivian with your entertainment news on the Academy Awards.
Thanks, Ted. This is Vivian Zhang with your CHTV Entertainment Update. On the topic of film and movies, the 90th Annual Academy Awards are this Sunday, March 4th. Hosted by Jimmy Kimmel for the 2nd year in a row, the awards will honor the best films of 2017 and take place at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. After last year's mishap involving La La Land and Moonlight, the Academy is doing all they can to make sure the right envelopes gets handed to the right person at the right time. However, host Jimmy Kimmel joked that he wants it to happen again. Even though we all want the ceremony to go smoothly, I'm sure it'd be funny if something big happened like last year. In more local news, many small businesses open up their shops in Carmel, hoping to make it big in our ever-changing suburb. While many businesses are successful, the unique store Silver in the City has had unmatched success. Selling locally made items, including whatnots, jewelry, houseware, and gift cards, the newly opened shop has been a great hit here in Carmel. CHTV reporters Ayana Newhouse and Cami Petit interviewed many employees at Silver in the City to get their take on the new store down on Main Street. Let's take a look.
HTV. Though many may know about the restaurants here in downtown Carmel, we are in Silver in the City. Silver in the City is a shop that sells unique jewelry and fashion apparel. We are talking with the employees to learn more about this outlet.
My name is Nick Rassi. I'm the manager here at Silver in the City Carmel.
I'm Terry Tallman, and I'm the sales lead at Silver in the City.
I'm Hannah Paul, and I work here as a key holder and sales representative.
My name is Lauren Alexander, and I work at sales at Silver in the City.
I'd say Silver is kind of a quirky gift shop. We sell a lot of artistic jewelry made by local artists or domestic artists, as well as a lot of fun gifts.
And we've got a little bit of everything. We have silver jewelry, which you could tell from the name. We've got cookbooks, and we've got candles, and we've got just anything and everything gift-wise. We try to have something for everyone.
We also have anything from housewares to silly gifts like gag gifts to Indiana memorabilia, t-shirts, things that are current with what's going on in the world today, a lot of funny things that kind of make fun of how serious things are. And then we have some children's items, toys, baby items, baby clothes. So it's kind of a whole gamut of things that we carry.
Silver in the City as a company has been around since 2000, so we're going on our 18th year. Not me personally, I'm not quite that old, but our founder, Kristen Cohn, she sort of was a recent grad from college and was living in the downtown area and really wanted to see something like Silver in the City for herself and her friends. So she opened the store on the 700 block of Mass Ave, which is not where it is currently. It then moved the following year in 2001 down to the 400 block where it is now, near Brewburger, if you know the Mass Ave area at all. And then we opened this location about 3.5 years ago around Mother's Day. And it was sort of a follow-up to a location that we had done collaboratively called Mass on Main. That was a conglomerate of Mass Ave stores right across the street where Highgarten is right now. And so we liked it so much, and the store was such a success that we opened up Silver in the City here on the other side of the street.
I think that this store is just a really unique store in its gifts. We don't have a lot of gift stores in general, but it's a really fun place to find very niche items or very specific just like fun references or things like that you might not find other places.
I just am so pleased that people come in here every time that people come in to the store. They always say that yes, there's nothing like this around here. We do have another store that's downtown Indianapolis on Massachusetts Avenue. And people really don't want to always go down there and kind of deal with parking, but they love coming here and they like the fact that they can come in and laugh at some of the things we have and feel like there's something always that they can find.
It's great to see small businesses like Silver in the City doing so well in Carmel. And that wraps up today's segment of entertainment news. This has been Vivian Zhang. Back to Ted and Will at the host desk.
Thanks, Vivian. That's for today's afternoon newscast.
Remember to follow CHTV Twitter page and subscribe to CHTV Carmel Television for more content. This has been Will Christie
and Ted Paya signing off. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day, Carmel.